Happy Bank Holiday Monday. How are you people? Bank Holiday Monday in the UK, obviously, or Easter Monday if you're not British, I guess. Happy birthday, everybody. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. And it's a nice sunny, shiny day with beautiful clouds in the background. Roz, these clouds are for you. And Bella, whose birthday it was yesterday. So we are going to celebrate that in a moment. So happy birthday, Bella. Hope you're well. Hope your head's okay and all that kind of stuff. Bella fell. So, and hit her head. So there you go. Anyway, probably too much information. There you go. Good morning, Elena. How are you? Happy birthday to you. Remember, every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it. And this is indeed the first day of the rest of your life. So we have a lot of people to get through on birthdays today. So happy birthday to Stephen, Trevor, Phil, Jonathan and Joanne. I hope, Joanne, you're okay. I haven't heard you from ages. And from yesterday, Dhiren, Gillian, Adrian, Kate, Sam, Ellie, Gilly, I think it's Gilly or Gilly, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Although I'm sure I probably asked you when I was over in Ireland last year. And Amy and of course Bella, who I've just mentioned. So yes, happy birthday to all of you. Kate in Puerto Rico, of course, JLD, my kind of namesake, JLD, JVD. They just got engaged, in fact, JLD and Kate Erickson. So congratulations to you guys. Hope you're well. Sam Rathling, LinkedIn expert, I guess. Anyway, there you go. Stephen Jones, by the way. I should probably say everybody, really. Shouldn't I, that I do know. If I don't know you or I haven't said what you do, please comment below. In fact, either way, if it's your real birthday today and I've mentioned your name, please comment below and tell us what you do and what we can buy from you. Stephen Jones, who helps businesses basically improve their sales. Essentially, I think that's pretty much what it is. Trevor does design stuff, is Joe Happiness Howarth's husband. But he's a designer guy. He helped me with my cube. Actually, I haven't got the new version of the cube, which I still have to order. But he basically redesigned the bottom half of this cube here so that it's more orange for the cubes, for that sort of stuff. That's what he did. Yes, so happy birthday to all of you and for doing yesterday. So what are we all going to do today? What's the one thing we're going to achieve today or in the next hour if you're doing this by the hour? Blow out a candle on this cake while you figure out what you're going to do. 5 in through your nose. Hold it for 5. And then blow out the candles on your cake while you're thinking of the thing you're about to do. And happy birthday to all those people as well. You're blowing out candles on their cake as well. There you go. Do that every hour. Or do it once a day if you're just going to do it with me once a day to figure out what you're going to do, put some positive thoughts and vibrations into the day and the world. Look at those little clouds, aren't they beautiful? And happy birthday to everybody whose real birthday it is today. That's it. 3 minutes in, we're good. Right, finding your why. This is probably going to be quite a quick one actually, because I have done this topic before, and it came from because Evan hasn't done 2 new videos at the top here, and I've had a bit of a lie-in this morning, so that's why I'm a little bit late running in today. After yesterday's chocolatey fun and food-a-thon with sort of family gatherings and that kind of stuff that happened yesterday for most people, I think. So hope you're all well. So anyway, so yes, so the third video on my day, johnvdenley.com/morning, but also linked in the description below, is inspired by Brendon Buchard, and it's all about finding your why, finding your reason for doing what you do. And mine has actually changed. As I was listening to him this morning, I realised that I think I flipped my top 2 round, and you'll see why in a moment when I come to this. Yes, so he had this little technique for doing this. Oh, by the way, Blinkist book of the day before I forget. It's also just kind of cool. It's about diet and eating and so forth, and what foods are good for you and what kinds of foods you should eat and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of good. It's good work. I couldn't keep track of it all. It's one of those books I'm gonna have to listen to 2 or 3 times and make some notes. But it's good information nonetheless. And I am still reading Ken Honda's Happy Money, although I haven't read any of that today, so I've got nothing from that to import on you today. So back to finding your why. This comes from Evan's concept of this, which is it's actually more like a core value rather than your why, which is why I put /core value in the top thing here. And he basically asks, well, he actually asked 4 questions, but I'm going to make it into 5 or 6? 5, and to make it into 5. So he asks, basically, think back to your childhood and your parents bringing you up. What was the good things about how they parented you and how they looked after you as a child and brought you up? What were the good things that they did? Not the bad things. I know that there are bound to be plenty of bad things as well. But what were the good things that they taught you? What was the good things about what your parents did for you as a child growing up? Then think back to your teachers at school. Now there'll be a lot of teachers you can't remember, but there's usually one who kind of inspired you or made you feel particularly good, or made you feel like worthy or excited, or made you get things done, and basically inspired you, and made you feel good. Not just what they taught you, but how they made you feel, and why was that. So write down some notes about what your parents did, what that teacher did, and how they taught you, and so forth. Sorry about the wind, that's kind of annoying. Oh, by the way, really sorry for the wind noise yesterday. It was quite intrusive. I noticed that as well when I listened back to the video yesterday, or Saturday it was actually. Next thing is, what's your favourite film? What is your favourite film of all time? What's the one you like watch? If you see it on the TV, you're just going to go watch it again because it's so cool and it makes you feel a certain way. How does it make you feel? Why does it make you feel like that? What's the core story in the story? Not because of the graphics or the all that kind of stuff, but what did it make you feel in the film? What's your favourite book, and why is it your favourite book? What did it do? So how did it make you feel? It could be a novel. It could be a story, or it could be a personal development book of some kind. How did it make you feel like that? And what invoked inside you? Why did it make you feel good? Why was it a good book? All that kind of stuff. And then the YouTube video. I'm sure you've all watched YouTube videos. I sat down with my family actually the other day and watched a Veritasium YouTube video on resonant frequencies. It was absolutely fascinating. If you've ever seen the Millennium Bridge in London, it was doing this shimmying backwards and forwards, left and right. I just realised my battery's low. I forgot to charge it this morning. Whoops. It was shimmying backwards and forwards, and the reason behind that is there's all in nature. There's a sort of resonant frequency thing in nature, and things get together. I'll put the link in the description because it's a really cool video, and it has talks about fireflies and why they flash together. They don't actually flash together, they flash in time with the person with the firefly next to them, but then the next one flashes in time with the one next to them, and over time, over a period of a few seconds, they all then learn how to flash together at the same resonant frequency, because they all have different resonant frequencies, but then they all flash in time because they want to be like the person next to them. And clocks do the same. The whole thing came from clocks. Dutch people, I'm a quarter Dutch myself, so it's always nice to see when it's a Dutch person that discovered this thing, and there's a chemical reaction that does it, and it works in the heart as well, defibrillators. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, so there you go. There's a YouTube video. What did that one make me feel? I'm not sure. That's an interesting question. What did that one make me feel like? It's learning. It's truth. Actually, that comes into my honesty thing. It's about what's really going on in the world, kind of thing. So that's what that one's going on there. So anyway, when I went through all those things this morning, I was listening to them again. I thought to myself, do you know what? Whilst I thought my core value and my number one core value and reason why was honesty and the truth about the world, I've always said that my second one was love, and it's almost like it's like just there in second place, love. But when I listened to them this morning, I just thought to myself, you know what? I think it's sneaked the other way around slightly. So actually, when I think about it more, it was more about when I was because I was re-listening to it in a slightly different way. I started thinking about how it made me feel. So it wasn't so much the honesty, it was about feeling loved and cared for, and feeling like somebody mattered. That was more the core one, the higher one. So whilst honesty was like the base, it's almost like the core part of the reason why I feel love. Feel love because somebody's believed me, somebody's understood me, made me feel wanted, made me feel loved, and has been kind to me, that kind of stuff. So that's what it is. So I do flip between them slightly, but I think love, and you'll have noticed, and the reason why I say you'll have noticed that mine has changed slightly is because on these videos I always come across with lots more love. And of course I've done that lovability book, and I've realised, that's core to everything that I do, everything that I feel, everything I want to do to people. And at the end I always send love to you, send love out to the world. I do all that stuff, don't I, every single time at the end of every one of my videos. So that's why love is really my top core in there. And I just noticed it as well this morning, because somebody this morning questioned honesty. I don't want to get too political about this stuff, but it was all about vaccines and the virus and all that kind of stuff, and getting vaccinated and all that kind of stuff. And somebody asked me some questions, and I replied with the scientific answers and the reason why herd immunity and why we need to worry about how many people get vaccinated and how that's going to reduce the prevalence of the virus in the world, and then how it affects everything. Anyway, it doesn't really matter what the deal was. So anyway, I went back with honesty and truth, and then they came back and said, no, it's all lies, you've been believing the mainstream media. I'm like, no, I'm believing the scientists. And then the scientists, the mainstream media is saying what the scientists are saying. saying, mostly. Not always, admittedly, because there's always a political spin on all this stuff. But when you go back and look at the scientific papers and the details and so forth, so it was honesty. And she was questioning my honesty and my integrity, really. And I didn't like that. But I've come back, interestingly enough, with a love response. So I've come back and said, I love you. Anyway, regardless of your views and your beliefs, and you're welcome to your beliefs. I'm not going to try and change your mind. I know you're trying to change my mind. You're trying to make me believe the lies that you've learned from the conspiracy theories and so forth. And I know there'll be people on here watching me who believe in those conspiracy theories as well, and doesn't believe the mainstream media and doesn't believe in vaccines and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. That's your beliefs. You're welcome to those. That's absolutely fine. But I come from a science background. I like to investigate the details, as you saw with the Veritasium thing, all about the heart and the resonant frequencies and stuff. I look into these things, and I spend a lot of time researching the details. Plus, I used to work in pharmaceuticals as well with software development. I used to sell software to pharmaceutical companies so that they could get their drugs approved on the marketplace. So I know about that whole process as well. So although I didn't actually work with the companies themselves specifically, in the drug development stuff, but it was always fun though, because I always used to say, people used to ask me what my job was, I used to say, I help people sell drugs, which is kind of true. So it was kind of fun. Anyway, the point being, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that was as well. I didn't see who that was, or whatever it was. A little bubble popped up. Didn't see who it was, but it was a bloke. I saw that. It was a man. Or at least looked like a man. Yes, so I went back with love, and I just said, I love you. I know you have different beliefs to me, but these are the facts, and unfortunately you've been hoodwinked by the lies, because the lies are easy to believe because they don't have to prove the truth and so forth. Oh, I just say goodbye. Happy birthday, everybody. Take care. Sending love out to the world. Love you all. Take care. Bye for now. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I need to hang up quickly now so I can save this recording. Take care. Bye. Love you all.